Now, it's the day after Cyclone Amphan battered Bengal and Odisha. At least 12 people have been killed in West Bengal. 5 deaths have been reported from Odisha as well. Now, the deceased include 2 women who died after a tree branch fell on them. Kolkata faced the brunt of the storm with wind speed crossing 100 kilometers per hour. Houses as well as power lines have been damaged. Many areas were left without electricity and internet. Well, bringing in Manoj Jaina, who joins us live from Bhubaneswar. Manoj, bring us up to speed with what the situation is in the aftermath of the storm yesterday.
Super cyclonic storm Amphan left behind many huge, particularly in Odisha. So far, as reported, 5 lives it claimed 5 lives and shattered more than 1,000 houses, uprooted many trees, uprooted many electric poles, telephone poles. As of the information of State Relief Commission, Pradeep Jaina, so far 12 districts were put on alert, and 1,63,000 people have been evacuated in the process. They were sheltered in the more than 3,228 shelter houses. Now, really challenges begin for state government. This is because post-cyclone era is very, very important for the state government, particularly to assess the damages, to assess the every points of the damages. See, last evening, Special Relief Commission Pradeep Jaina ordered 12 district administrations to put first-hand information report within 48 hours, so that government can assess every damages and every possible measures can be taken. So overall, we can say that government is achieving government achieved plan, particularly for zero casualty. Government clarifies that it has achieved zero casualties and damages and minimize the damages. And now, real Herculean task for state government is to assess the details. Over to you.
All right, stay on with us, Manoj. Let's also get in Sugata, who joins us from Kolkata for more details. Sugata, West Bengal bore the brunt of the storm yesterday. At least 12 people lost their lives. We know that there were no internet services, no electricity in the city of Kolkata as well, where you are. Bring us up to speed about what the situation is this morning.
Starting to recover from the...
Right, we'll try and reconnect with Sugata in just a bit, but bringing in Manoj Jaina once again. Manoj, now according to the IMD, the cyclonic system is now expected to move northwesterly. It was expected to reduce into a depression. Has that happened as predicted by the IMD?
Yeah, definitely. What IMD predicted, it really happened, particularly in state of Odisha and state of West Bengal. And the super cyclonic storm Amphan moved on that way what predicted IMD. See, I would like to add some information about the damage of the super cyclonic storm Amphan. Due to Amphan, more than 396 kilometer 11 kV lines has been damaged, and 855 kilometer of LT lines has been damaged. 12 districts has been reported damaged in different sectors, particularly more than 19 lakh electricity consumers are affected of 12 districts. So overall, we can say that it's left behind many damages. What government expected that it will have more damages. Still, it's so far it minimized the damages.
Right.
But still, state government is taking so many steps and are looking ahead.
Right. Now that the storm is past, of course, the focus on damage control, like Manoj was pointing out. Thank you, Manoj, for getting us all those details. Let's now take a look at what the situation was last night after Cyclone Amphan's landfall. My colleague Shugoto with this report.
Kolkata has only just borne the first brunt of Cyclone Amphan. And without exaggeration, it can be said that the city is already devastated. You can see these kinds of destruction that you see right behind me, uprooted trees, probably blocking every major thoroughfare of the city, making it impossible for vehicular traffic to move. It is a different question altogether that most people are inside. And you can see the way the city has been waterlogged. It has been inundated completely on account of the torrential and incessant rains that the city has received on account of Cyclone Amphan. But if that is the kind of destruction that the city of Kolkata has received, imagine what has happened in the districts which lie in the coastal areas of West Bengal. Districts like North and South 24 Parganas, districts like East and West Midnapur, where the storm surge, the wind surge had been up to kilometer of 160, 170 kilometers per hour. The highest wind speed that Kolkata recorded was at Dum Dum, which was 130 kilometers per hour at 6:55 this evening. And that is the kind of devastation, the trail of devastation that the city has, that the storm has left behind in this city.
Well, extensive damage in Kolkata as well, and like Shagota was pointing out in his ground report, considering the extent of the damage in Kolkata, one can only imagine what the coastal districts have faced. Remember, yesterday the cyclone Amphan came barreling in with wind speeds of up to 185 kilometers per hour. At least 12 people have lost their lives in West Bengal, 5 reportedly in Odisha. In fact, there was no electricity in the city of Kolkata as well. Internet services were down. Meanwhile, of course, the Odisha government has asked for regular updates from their district administrations. Bringing in Shagota for more details. Shagota, what is the assessment this morning?
Well, let me tell you that the state is barely trying to recover the impact, the massive impact that Cyclone Amphan has had on the state. The cyclone went on till well into this morning, early morning, before it passed over the southern landmass of the state of Bengal, and has left behind a trail of destruction across all South Bengal states, especially the coastal districts of North and South 24 Parganas, East and West Midnapur. I can tell you that Kolkata is currently reeling under massive destruction, massive crisis that the cyclone has, left behind on account of massive uprooting of trees, uprooting of electricity poles, collapse of houses, and massive waterlogging and inundation across the city of Kolkata at this point in time. So obviously the corporation, the Kolkata Municipal Corporation, the Civil Defense Department, they have now been pressed into action, trying to open up the roads where trees have uprooted, where electricity poles are dangerously, uprooted and have fallen on the roads, enhancing the dangers of electrocution on waterlogged streets, and there are reports of at least 12 deaths from across the state, and there are strong apprehensions that that figure could go up drastically as and when reports start pouring in from across the districts of West Bengal. Mamata Banerjee, who was monitoring the situation all night at the state control room at the state secretariat, was very, very apprehensive last night when she met the reporters over there, and she said that the cyclone has wreaked havoc on the state, and there is barely a little that remains in some of the coastal district of West Bengal, with thousands of house collapse, the agricultural fields getting completely inundated, crops destroyed, lives lost, property damage, and all that you can anticipate and apprehend. All of that has happened. So it remains to be seen as and when the picture starts getting clearer, with more and more reports coming in from the district as to what is the extent of damage. This much I can tell you, that if there is an estimation put on the extent of damage that the cyclone has caused, would run into several thousand crores. On top of the pandemic that the Bengal government is also fighting along with the rest of the country, this damage that Cyclone Amphan has caused, it will take a very, very long time to recover from.
All right, so the West Bengal government reeling under extensive damage on account of Cyclone Amphan that in fact made landfall last night. Thank you, Shugata, for getting us all those details.